guys, here we go with a bit of a hot lap here around Gardens, Dragon's Rock Gardens here. A couple of things to take note of. The Mercedes is really good over the curbs here, so don't be afraid to use the curbs. It's all about patience. There's a lot of corners on this circuit that require a lot of patience, especially with throttle application. So just be cautious. So we come into the main straight here. Going to come down. We just go back here. And just go back here and I'll just change camera angles. So we have an idea. Rightio. So coming down here, depending on where the wind is, it may require some earlier or later braking, but just before you get to this black board here, maybe around about where this shadow is here, and the shadow is obviously not going to always be in the same spot, so just before you get to here you want to dab the brake down to fourth and then turn it into the corner, and then patience, you want to get this thing tucked in here, right, you want to aim for this corner of the curb here, so you want to get this lined up and then get on the gas as soon as you can. You can see here already on full throttle application, so early application to the throttle, but you want to be aiming for that, aiming for this point here. You just have to watch out because there is a little bit of an edge to the track, so it can catch a front tire and unsettle you, so just be prepared for that if you misjudge it a little bit. So next section, brake around the 100 board, and you want to come down here, second gear into this little chicane here. You want to cut this curve a little bit, but don't cut it too much because it is quite aggressive in the middle. And then again, patience. You want to get over to the left here early, and then prepare for this second part of this chicane here. You can straddle this curb. It is a bit risky, but in the race, especially in the wet races, I probably wouldn't do it, but in the hot lap you're gonna have to push this to get a good time. So if you're ready to straddle this, again, patience. You want to come over to the right here and then straight line this chicane here as well. Then on the gas early, up on the curb, come down to the hairpin, just flat out here. Want to brake just before the ripple strip here. If you brake at the ripple strip, you're probably going to run a bit deep, but again, it depends on the wind. So if you're into a heavy headwind, you can probably brake at the ripple. If you've got a tailwind, you might have to back it off a little bit just before the ripple, and then you want to brake and steer towards the apex at the same time down into this section. So you come across here, you can run up onto this ripple here. Be careful of going too far over into this grass section. In the wet races, obviously this is going to need to be avoided, so you're going to have to change your angle to a later apex. There's lots of variables in the lines of this corner. It is a good overtaking opportunity, but you're going to have to be cautious for the over-under, because people are going to run deep and then late apex this and accelerate out past you on the straight going up the hill. So just be cautious of that. On the gas, nice and easy. Okay, so up here, so I early change up to fourth here. You can see I'm just about to. You can go flat through here, but I tend to lift just so that I can get over to the left as quickly as I can for this next corner. These next two corners are quite tricky and quite critical for a fast lap time. Come across here, So you want to brake just before the sand here, light braking down to third. You can stay in fourth if you feel more comfortable. I prefer to go down to third, but it's up to you. So go in here. Again, get over to the right as soon as possible, braking, and then you want to late apex this corner here. I missed it a little there. Again, just be careful going up over that ripple. And these are probably the most important corners to the lap time around here. You can lose a lot of time or gain a lot of time in these consecutive right hand corners. So you want to come down here, you want to brake, lightly brake just before this dark rubber patch here. Stay off of the red, because when you go to turn back in, you will go over the sawtooth curve and it will be very difficult. So stay off the red. You don't get a penalty for going out there, but you don't want to go out there because when you turn back in, it's going to be really, really dicey. So just turning just before here, clip the apexes of all the corners. So third gear, clip the apex, clip the apex. Now this corner here, you could probably be a little bit further left than I am here to try and straight line this apex, but you can actually get on the throttle really early and carry throttle all the way through the next corners. So you watch my throttle application here, I'm carrying about half throttle. Pick up throttle as soon as I know that I'm going to get around, and then hold the full throttle all the way through. You can run up onto that curve, no problem. And then another corner with patience here, so brake just about at the yellow armco here, and then aim it towards this first apex. Down in a second, clip the apex. So what you want to do here is you want to steer the car with your throttle to get this next apex. So you want to come around here, and if you feel like you're going to come in too early and you're going to go over the ripple, apply a bit of extra throttle. If you feel like you're running wide, just let off the throttle a little bit and let the car coast through there. Clip this apex on the gas. You have to be careful there. If you get on the gas too early, you will rotate into traction, low traction area. There we go. That's a 30.8 Dragon Trail. It's a pretty complicated lap. It's easy to lose a lot of time, and in the wet, you're going to have to be super cautious of the curbs and super patient with your throttle application. So good luck this week, guys, and I hope you guys get something out of this. Good luck.